So for today, what I'm going to talk about, or at least for this specific video, is what my exact plans for this channel are. And I did mention that in the announcement video, but I would like to just dedicate a full video to this in case, it'll make this easier to find in case someone is going to be introduced to the channel. And, I'm probably going to keep this up as as sort of the channel trailer, I think that's called. Um, so basically, what I'm going to be doing here, as I said before, is this is primarily going to be a discussions channel, um, where I sit in front of the mic and eventually the camera, and discuss things with the three of you that watch these videos so far. Um, and I'd very much like to have sort of kind of a mid-range viewer base so that I don't have too many subscribers to the point where it's hard to manage all of you know the discussions and stuff going on, because I don't want to be some sort of like huge YouTuber or something. I just want to be like, I would say I would probably want to max out at around like maybe 200,000 subscribers if I even come close to getting that far, which I most likely won't. I want to keep it so that it's easy to manage and easy to talk to people. Be one of those sort of small community channels. Because I love those channels. I absolutely love those channels because you can talk to the people that run them or talk to the person that runs them, and you can actually have a discussion with them in the comments or whatever. I'd like to be one of those essentially. If I do get bigger, that's great, but it's gonna be harder to manage. Um, to be honest, I'm not expecting to get anywhere past like 100 subscribers. So if I do, that'll be really cool, but I'm not expecting that at all. Uh, so, as I said before, this is going to be a discussions channel, and I will occasionally, and once I do have the proper equipment for it, once I have good lighting, once I have, cameras and stuff, I'll actually be, talking in front of a camera. The reason I can't necessarily do that in the last video I posted on here that went over my retro games collection is because I'm using a phone literally for everything. You are listening to me through this phone's microphone right now, which is why it probably sounds terrible. Or at least it does until I run it through FL Studio, and then it sounds halfway decent. So, you know, I kind of just want to, you know, get all the equipment first. For now, my main focus is getting a proper microphone because using the cable that I use to hook up to this phone is actually really fucked up, and it'll occasionally cut out to one side or cut out to the other side, and then there'll be noise and it'll be really fucking annoying. And I've already pointed that out in one of my videos where I said, okay, yeah, this is gonna happen. I'm working to fix this. So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna buy a blue snowball from Blue Microphones. That's like a really good microphone for while sitting at a desk and doing this. For podcasting or even recording like large groups of people like singing and stuff. So I'm gonna get first thing I'm gonna do is get a mic. Then I'm gonna get a camera because my phone only has 8 GB of storage and it's not expandable. I know that's really sad. I just don't have the money to go out and buy like some fucking Uber phone because I don't need an Uber phone. I just need something that gets the job done. Um, my phone does that generally. So the next thing is content for you people to watch. I want to have enough ideas for you for you guys to sort of communicate with me about, and for me to for things for me to talk about essentially. That's pretty much like it's right under the whole microphone thing because I really do sound like shit, and that's really a problem because I'm trying to have at least decent production values for this stuff. But I do want to have topics to talk about because I want to have some at least like a because I'm not gonna I'm definitely not expecting myself to be putting out videos every single day like I have been for the past couple of days. That's not always going to continue. That's not always going to happen. So I obviously probably do like 1 or 2 videos a week eventually, and I want to find the things to talk about on those videos, and I want to have like a queue of things to talk about, sort of a schedule, if you will. So I really want to, because usually in these videos I'll sit here and I'll be like, okay, so what the hell am I actually going to talk about? Because I want to talk about something but I never actually know what to talk about until I can't record, and then something pops into my head. I'm like, oh fuck. So I gotta find some stuff to talk about. I'm thinking the next video I'm going to be doing on here, and what I might have as a little bit of a series are console pickups and stuff like that, or my current consoles and blah blah blah. And I definitely want to do console teardowns. For those of you that want to fix your consoles, or see what they're like inside, if you don't want to open them, just stuff like that. If you've ever watched EEV blog, Dave Jones, his teardowns and stuff, with his like extremely amazing Australian accent. I want to do teardowns like that, and get in depth into what a lot of the stuff inside these consoles are, like the CPUs and stuff like that. So because I work with hardware myself, I built this computer, and I'm like massively into you know electronics. I very much like, because I'm sort of like in the middle. I'm one of those people that's like an omnigamer. I don't care what the game is on, as long as it's like a good game. I'll fucking play it. But I prefer physical media. I prefer physical content. So Steam is great. You get cheap shit, but it's like, if it's available on console, I'm gonna try to get it on console because I want the physical release. So for instance, when like, oh yeah, here's a good one. When Shenmue comes out, I'm gonna have it on PC, but I'm backing it, so I'm gonna, because I had to participate in the Slackerbacker campaign because I couldn't like do the Kickstarter because I didn't have the money for it at the time. So I'm really glad that they're doing the Slackerbacker campaign, because that's fucking cool. So I can still have so I still had my chance to put forth money for this, because I really want to. I really want this game to be as badass as possible, because I really want to play it. So yeah, getting back on track, I really want to just sort of grow this channel to the point where it's manageable, to the point where I can individually talk to you people, and do these videos as if I'm talking to you guys. So basically, if I hit anywhere above like 250,000 subscribers, then I might have problems. But I don't even expect to get past like 50,000 if I make it there. So I do have like sort of ambitions for this channel, and they may seem like kind of stretched way out there. They may seem far fetched because I'm so small at this point, but I do very much think that with the right amount of work, I can grow to the right size and maybe maintain that size. I really, I just restating this. I really like sitting in front of the camera and or in front of the microphone as well, and it's just sitting here and thinking on the mic, or thinking on the camera, and just letting all my opinions out, and all that stuff, and then maybe have like intellectual conversations down in the comments with people who maybe agree or disagree, as long as they're not the fucking argument religious bullshit comments that usually happen on YouTube. But I digress. But yeah, I really am looking forward to this channel, and I do have a bunch of other things going on, so things may slow down. For instance, I'm a music producer. I do like electronic stuff. I'm actually working on a special project that I can't spoil. I'll have to ask someone if I can spill anything on that. Maybe it'll be some free advertisement for the project. But I am working on that. If you know who you are, if you're watching this video, you know who you are, who I'm talking about. I actually am working on that project. I'm working on music. I just haven't leaked any of it yet because I want this to be sort of a surprise. So yeah, you know who you are. So that's sort of a direct message to the developer of the game. So yeah, I am working on some pretty decently sized projects, including my own. I'm going to be releasing an EP here soon, and that's going to be fun. I'll link you down to my other YouTube channel where I do music in the description. There's only one video up there, and it's my one track. But anyway, getting back on track, away from all of that, like, advertising myself there. I mean, I guess I should introduce myself here. My name is Tyler. I live up in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, which is in the northern United States, for those of you that don't know. It's up close to Canada, and I'm about I'm about 60 miles north of Milwaukee, if you've ever heard of Milwaukee. So, um, that's just my general area. I'm right on Lake Michigan, so in the summer it gets really fucking hot and humid. In Florida, it's basically Florida. Sometimes because the humidity, because we there was a time where I literally lived right on the lake, and it was when it got when it during the summer it got hot and humid, and you pretty much want to die because it was pretty bad because the wind would always blow off the lake and all the humidity would come up literally right into my house. So that was a problem. But yeah. Oh, let's see. I don't know. I'm in my senior year of high school, so I'm almost out and I'm almost on my own and you know job hunting and stuff, so I can really push content out in multiple aspects of a few different careers I've got going on. Because I'm pretty sure there's a good chance you may know me from somewhere else because I own multiple organizations. Um, and I may actually do a video like literally explaining exactly who I am and exactly what I do because I do content production up the ass. I do a ton of content production, and it's something. It's one of those things that I'm actually tend to be really good at doing. Because ever since I was a kid, whenever I had a camera, I used the bitch. I used that bitch. I would always like point that thing at myself, and I would just like flop around the camera like like a dumbass when I was a little kid. And I guess I always liked sort of filming stuff, and I always kind of enjoy that. I wouldn't call myself a filmmaker, but I definitely like doing this sort of thing, content production and stuff like that. So um, I guess that's just a little bit about me. You'll learn more about me the more the channel goes on. You probably already have a decent idea of what my personality is like. I have, to be honest with you, I have like a slight temper. So when something pisses me off, you'll know that I'm pissed off. If I ever go on a rant, you'll know that I'm pissed off. You saw a slight bit of that in the whole regarding YouTube comments video. So if you watch that, which I highly suggest you do because it's very informative. I'm thinking of just having sort of an approval comment system if those arguments in the comments go too far. And then I'll just have an approval comment system and stuff like that to keep track of stuff, and I'll have other people managing the YouTube channel as well, so that it's not just because I'm only one person and I've got a billion things to do within the stretch of 24 hours. So I'll have someone else helping me out with that. So yeah, this video is just basically kind of a little bit of a rambling as to how where I want to go with this channel and all of that, and introduce myself and all of that. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll probably be uploading another one, next couple hours or so, because I really want to. There's some stuff I want to talk about, and I really enjoy doing this. It's a really good way to sort of vent and talk to people, because I always end up like talking to myself a lot. I always like end up ranting to myself, and I'm like, what in the fuck am I doing? So this is a good way to do that and have people hear it and not just talk to myself and the cat if the cat's in the room. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I hope you enjoy this.